After a quick shower and a change of clothes, I headed out to Nana Plaza and back to the go-go bar where I had met A. She was on stage dancing. As soon as she spotted me walking through the door, she jumped off the stage, ran over to me, threw her arms around me and said, "Hello Tilak, I miss you. I'm happy to see you again." I said to her, "Why are you working tonight? You promised you'd meet me at the airport," to which A replied, "I'm sorry Tilak, I have to work, make money tonight. I can see you tomorrow." I said, "No, you're coming with me tonight. I will pay the bar." This made her smile. She said, "Okay Tilak, you go." "Okay," I said. "We're okay to Ko Chang tomorrow, remember?" "Okay," she said. "How many days?" 14, I said. "I have to go to Patti to see friends." "Okay," she said, as she's pressing buttons on her mobile phone. "You need to pay me this much, Tilak." I looked at the digits on her phone. 180,000 baht you pay for me, bar, then I can go Ko Chang. "No," I said, "I'm not paying anything. I told you before, if boyfriend and girlfriend, I don't pay. I paid for the hotel already and the food. If you don't want to come with me, that's fine. I'll go alone." After my outburst, A soon changed her tune. She said, "No, Tilak, it's okay. You boyfriend me. You pay only 20,000 baht. It's okay for you?" Then she said, 20,000 baht for bar, not for me. Just pay food and tip me, okay? That's more realistic for 2 weeks, I thought. So off we go. We had a fantastic trip. Felt like I was on a honeymoon every day. I was falling for A more and more, and she was for me, in brackets, apparently. Before I knew it, the holiday was up and we were heading back to Bangkok, so I thought I could catch my flight and head home. "You come back for me again, Tilak? You go home, save money, can marry me, take me Scotland, okay?" "Tilak, I know butterfly, come back for me." "Of course," I said. I say, remembering it's okay to dance and drink, but don't go with customer. You have boyfriend now. "No problem," she said. "I wait you, sure." I smiled back at A and caught my flight back to Scotland. Sad and depressed back home and missing A, I scrimped and saved and booked another trip to Thailand the following year. Then the pandemic hit. We used to talk every other day, then I lost interest. Sometimes I can't be bothered because I eventually woke up and realised that I am one of many. As the saying goes, it's not your girl, just your turn. I've realised I have been naive to think A was actually my girlfriend. Thinking about it, she must have had several guys like me coming to Thailand on holiday and thinking that she was their exclusive girlfriend. I finally told A that I knew what she was about and I didn't want to have anything more to do with her. She went absolutely crazy on the phone and told me if I come back to Thailand, she will have me done in or put in jail on some trumped up charge for a long time. Some Thai bar girls are really crazy. You have to be careful. I've now deleted her off my Facebook and other social media pages. I'm planning another trip back to Thailand when everything is back to normal. My friend said that I am crazy because if she sees me, she will try to set me up somehow. I have told them I will go straight to Pattaya, not Bangkok, but they seem to think that all the bar girls are connected and she will find out where I am. I love Thailand and I'm not going to miss out on another trip just because of A's threats. I'll play it by ear, but I've now learnt my lesson. I'm a much wiser man. Yeah, he probably is. So this happens a lot to guys on their first trip to Thailand. Biggest mistake you can ever make. If you go into a bar or a go-go bar and a girl says, she's basically got a set of questions which will tell her your financial position and what you can do for her, because she's firstly asked you, is it your first time to Thailand? So if you say yes, she knows you know nothing, you're completely naive, so that's a tick for her, right? Secondly, how long you stay here, so she's got a time frame of potentially how long she can make money out of you, and you might even take her out of the bar and stay with her for the whole holiday. So she's got two bits of ammunition there. And then she's asking, is it your first time to Thailand? How long are you staying here? And the other questions that went along with that, I won't go through them all, but basically it's a script to find out. So if you ever do come here for the first time, don't BS and say, no, I've been here for 30 years, because they'll expect you to speak Thai. But you can say, no, it's not my first time. How many times have you been here before? I've been here several times. I like it. How long are you going to stay here? I don't know. If I'm having a good time, I might stay longer than I'd planned. And that's good enough. You don't have to say anything more than that, right? Okay, story number 4. Let's get on with it. At the age of 30, I upped and left my boring single life in the UK for a year of backpacking and exploring Southeast Asia. This story happened when I was about 4 months into my trip. I had already visited Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Malaysia, Vietnam for a month in each country. Whilst passing through Bangkok for the third time on this trip, I was planning to be there 3 nights before making my way down to the Thai islands in the south. On the first night, I went out to a few bars with a guy I'd met in Vietnam a few weeks prior. He had not been to Bangkok before, and I was keen to see some sights. After days of visiting the Grand Palace and Wat Po, we found ourselves on the Khao San Road having a few beers in the bars there and ended up in a nightclub called The Club. Full of backpackers and young trendy types, the beers were flowing and we were having a great night. There were a lot of local girls in this club along with young Western backpackers. There was a good vibe, loud dance music, and it was very busy. Everyone looked to be having fun. I was having a cigarette in one of those glass door cordon off areas where you can smoke. I got chatting to one of the Thai girls who was with 3 other friends, all in their 20s and very attractive. Most were a little shy at speaking to a Farang, but the girl I got chatting to was confident and friendly. Her English was pretty much perfect, and we chain smoked a couple more cigarettes before going to the bar and getting another drink. It was all smiles, and I sensed an obvious connection between us. Over the last 4 months, I had only ever met Western girls from Canada, Australia and Europe who were also backpacking, so to converse with a Thai girl who spoke very good English was a refreshing change. The friend I was with just warned me to be careful, as she was maybe a working girl pickpocket or a scammer. I was naturally quite curious, as you should be with a stranger. Having my wits about me, and I wasn't too drunk. Her flirting and talking was great, and the conversation flowed naturally. We all had a dance together and carried on drinking shots until the club shut. I asked her what her plans were when we were out on the street, and she made it obvious that she wanted to come home with me and asked where I was staying. She said goodbye to her friends, and we walked back to my little guest house, which was within walking distance from the Khao San Road. We were walking hand in hand together, grabbing some street food on the way. I decided to test the water with her status and said, "Damn, I only have 700 baht left," to which she replied, "That's fine, you don't need any money," which put my mind at rest. When we got back to the guest house, the night porter started talking loudly to the girl and she handed over her ID. The conversation got a little heated and she handed over 500 baht to him. When we got to the room, I asked what happened in the reception when voices were raised. She said, "The security said that local girls are not allowed to stay here unless they pay the hotel's joiner charge, and we treat all you working girls the same." That made her very angry as she shouted at him, stating she was not a bar girl and in fact she was an English teacher. Now I know why her English is so good. I immediately said I would give her the 500 baht back. She replied with a smile, "No way, I will pay this time. How about you pay tomorrow, right?" I thought that's a good sign. I thought this was very honest of her, and we continued to have a great night together. In the morning I was quite hungover. We arranged to see each other over the next evening for food and some drinks again. I honestly didn't think she would turn up the next day, but sure enough, after a lazy day of getting some washing done, checking emails and some shopping, she turned up at the restaurant area of my guest house, and unbelievably, she was on time. I was a little taken back, but had a quick shower and got changed and ready to go with her. We went out for some Indian food. She paid for the whole meal, and now was 100% convinced she was genuine with no hidden agenda. I insisted I pay for the rest of the night. We hit a couple of bars and shared a few cocktails, then headed back to my guest house again. The same security guard was at reception and gave us a dirty look as we walked in. I paid him the 500 baht and walked up the stairs without saying anything. We had another great night of bedroom gymnastics and fell asleep in each other's arms until morning. We parted ways in the morning, exchanging Facebook names, and left with all smiles. What a fun couple of days it had been, with no awkward or any mention of money being exchanged. The next day, I flew down to Krabi and continued on my trip. We never saw each other again, but kept in touch via Facebook. I saw her on her profile that she was previously married to an English guy, but now divorced, and it was plain to me that she only liked Western men. This assured me that she had a professional career and that simply Western men were her type. When I visited Thailand now, I preach that you can meet genuine Thai girls. Not every one of them is a money grabber or a working girl out to fleece you. We occasionally keep in touch now, and it's around 10 years later, messaging a few times a year to catch up and laugh about the time we spent together. She is now with a European man, and they look to be very happy together. I'm now married off with kids, but fondly remember my little fling with my genuine Thai girl. And again, he's absolutely right. You know, a lot of people come here and assume that it's only working girls here in Thailand and you can't find a decent girl. There are girls here, especially if you're a younger guy, you know, if you're anywhere between kind of 24, 30, you know, even a bit older. There are girls here in Thailand who go out and they just want to have fun and they want to meet Western guys. And one of those places that you can meet those sort of girls, if you're a younger guy especially, is Khao San Road.